Hey friends, welcome back to another reading. We're going to be discussing what's going on in your connection, person A, person B style. Feel free to pick a pile, and we're also going to be getting advice at the end. So go ahead, pick your pile. We have pile 1 with the selenite, pile 2 with the spirit quartz, and pile 3 with the Labradorite Tower. I can never say this one properly and type it out, but go ahead and pick your piles, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Hi pile 1s, welcome to your video. Today we're going to be discussing what's going on in your connection, and we're going to be looking at person A, person B. If you find that you're resonating with this pile or this one, like, you can interchange it. You don't have to be person A. You could be any other, and if you find that you're in both piles, the energy is probably mirroring really strongly between you two. But yeah, if you also find that none of these messages resonate, feel free to choose another pile. But this is just a way to figure out if this is your person and, you know, if this is you in this reading. And lastly, we're gonna get advice for y'all, so stick around for that. All right, so with person A over here, let's talk about you. By you, I mean either the viewer or this person, whoever's, whichever you're comfortable with. I love how I just told you might just be in this one or this one. All right, let's just talk. Okay, so right off the back, we have ignoring the pain, Rahu, Ketu. Whoever person A is going through a massive transformation in their life right now, and I think that person A is having to face some tough lessons right now and realizations in their life, and I think that this is pivotal for their growth and their healing as a human being. Now, I'm not sure what kind of lessons and pain this has to do with, but I do know it does surround this connection and maybe other things in their life as well. It could surround money, it could surround family, it could surround many other things, but also including this connection that I believe person A is experiencing right now. I think person A is feeling a lot of paranoia and like they have to guard themselves. I think person A is feeling very anxious a lot recently and is finding it quite hard to be in crowds and finding it hard in general to just go outside and really relax. If they've been trying to go to the park, that might be their only safe place right now, emotionally, mentally speaking. I do believe that person A might be going through some sort of third eye opening or just an awakening. And by third eye awakening, I just mean seeing a situation clearly, trying to accept a perception that they didn't want to see before, or they're going through a change in which they're having to see a lot of truths about themselves in this connection and this person that they did not understand before. And all of that is incredibly life-changing and very pivotal for them right now. So person A, I have to hand it to you. You are facing a lot right now, and it's honestly understandable as to why this would be such a struggle for you. I think that this person, I just heard like digestive issues, so maybe person A is just struggling a lot with their health right now, and it's causing them to not really feel good in this connection, not feel like they can do day-to-day things right now. I think that this person A just really needs a break and just really needs to slow it down, honestly. This is not to shame or bash any person in this connection. This is only me just really explaining what I see in the cards, of course, and I think that person A would benefit a lot from just taking a break, and I do believe that they're overwhelmed in this connection and outside of it. I think there's a lot happening in their life right now that they can't ignore, and they may try to, but they know, I think a part of them knows that something pivotal and big is going to happen, and it might already be happening for them actually, and I think that they can't deny what these changes are leading them to, and that could be like their own personal truth. It could be leading them to this connection. It could be leading them to make lots of big changes in their lives right now. I just believe person A is going through not just like one change in regards to this connection. I believe person A is going through a lot of changes in their entire life right now. I think everything that they understood is shifting, and it's hard. You know that, I don't know if you guys know this quote, but like, be kind to someone when you tell them the truth, and by truth it means objective truth, right? But be kind to someone when you tell them the truth, because their world is shattering too. So I really feel like person A is having to face a lot of realizations about themselves, about this connection, about other parts of their life that is really causing them to question what they once knew, and their integrity, and how honest they were to themselves and this person and this connection, their life, and if they were really living their authentic truth. I actually want to read this card because this is a new deck that I got, and I'm not familiar with what it means. So where did I put the deck? Here you go. This deck is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I really recommend it. Let's read it. So you have 78. Look how beautiful this guidebook is. Absolutely wonderful. But let's get into this. This person has like a really serious side right now. I can feel it. Like, they're not in the mood to have fun. I mean, who would be? I mean, this is a very pivotal moment in their life. Let's get on with this. Can y'all see that? The guidebook is kind of small, but here. Fresh growth, fullness, wildness. You're untamed and intertwined with the lushness of nature. Even in a concrete building, your wild weeds are peeking through the cracks. You've grown so much that now your sprouting is contagious to your surroundings. Even if someone trims back your limbs, you will keep growing wild, wild, wild. All right. So that message was very positive, and it also could be that person A is trying to embody this growth, but finding it quite hard, because there's so much that's growing. There's an endless cycle of like wounds that are coming up to be healed, right? There's so many different layers that need to be peeled back, and wounds to be seen, wounds to be cared for, and I think that this person is trying to navigate this as much as possible. And I think that this person has been trying to rebuild themselves, but finds that their life has either been like, the foundations in their life are still being shifted, nothing's set in stone. You know, it's almost as if you're standing on shaky ground still, and this person hasn't really found their stability as yet, but they really want to. They really want to step out of that and find their way through this life. They want to own their growth and their healing journey, and maybe this is not the first that they've been on, or it could be, and they're just starting to realize or recognize that no matter how life changes, there's always going to be an instability of some sort, or there's always going to be a wound to heal. And honestly, that goes for everyone. Healing journey never truly ends, and I think that that's another truth this person is coming to realize. I do believe that emotions are very high right now for this person. I don't know, they could like getting high as well, honestly. They could like to smoke, take an edible. But this person could be doing that from an act of wanting to avoid and escape this cycle, this pain that they've been in for a while. And this person still has a lot of releasing to do. But they are taking it very slow with this Knight of Pentacles. They are taking it very slow. They are not wanting to rush anything in their life right now. This is not... The Knight of Pentacles is really slow moving and deliberate and very careful and purposeful. And I think that this person is becoming more open to moving slowly in their life right now. And especially in regards to this connection. I think that this person does not want to rush into any sort of commitment right now. I think that this person wants to work on things, take it slow, and they might still have their guard up a little bit with this Knight of Pentacles, but I do believe that this person is awakening to their worth and their value in this connection and in their life right now, which is causing these changes, these uprooting, the upheaval of what they once knew. I think that this person is tapping into their worth as time passes by, and I think the more they put in effort to themselves, they are becoming committed to themselves. And maybe this is a truth they haven't even realized yet, or they could have. that the work that they're putting in right now is actually them building commitment with themselves. Or maybe they do see that and they're learning to honor these changes a little bit better. I believe person A really wants to make room and space to get out there and grow right now. They're feeling quite stifled. They could be feeling constricted. They could be feeling lost. And I think that they just want a lot of land to just roam around and breathe. I get this sense of like, I want freedom. It's like a horse, and horses are like big dogs, and like they need space to like kick their legs and run around. I get that vibe from person A that they're really, really wanting to take a deep breath and just do that. They were a wild spirit, and maybe their spirit has been like kind of locked down to something, a situation, or their life lately has just been them being tied to something they don't want to be tied to anymore. And I keep getting the feeling that person A just wants a release. Person A just wants to be let out of the stables and roam all of that land like a horse. So I do get that. I see like the imagery coming up for this person. Alright, let's move on to person B. Person B has a very, very open mind to this connection and in their life. I think that this person has actually owned the fact that there's something beyond what we can perceive and understand. I think that this person knows something greater out there exists, and they may not understand it fully, which they accept and recognize, but I think that this person knows that there's a greater awareness to everything, and the greater awareness to healing and growing in the things that hurt. I think that this person is actually able to accept their wounding and accept their mistakes and accept where this connection is at. And in fact, they actually have a lot of curiosity to see where your head is at. For those of you that are watching, this person is curious. This person wants to kind of pick at your thoughts. They want to know what's going on. But they are worried that they might come in and it could bother you. They are worried about that. For some reason, they feel that they don't want to pressure you. They don't want to hurt you in any kind of way. I think they genuinely have a curiosity for you in your mind and where this connection could go. And I do believe that this person has a spiritual understanding of connections. I think that they're honestly, I don't want to say it this way, but I think that they do know a lot that can help person A. I was going to say this person seems a bit more evolved, which honestly I did not want to say it like that, because I don't mean to say one is less evolved than the other. But I do believe person B has a lot of wisdom that can in fact help person A to really find compassion and let go and just surrender. Honestly, like a deep surrender to what we don't understand and what is the unknown. I think that person B is very intellectually stimulating and is very much an enigmatic person. They love conversation, deep conversation with person A, and they love to explore what they don't understand. And I think that they're open to understanding what they don't understand of person A. They really want to get in there and just see who you are, see where you're at. Sorry, person B wants to see where person A is at. Sorry. This person could be stalking your social media. Even as I was pulling these cards, I strongly got that vibe, and then the Page of Swords did come out. So this person could have a keen eye on you right now. They could be trying to understand you, where you are right now. They could be trying to gather information from you so they can start up a conversation. I do believe that this person is trying to figure out the things that they would like to say to you right now. It's not very developed because this is the Page. This person is kind of in the beginning stages of wondering where you're at. The curiosity is there to communicate and to start something here. But as for them carrying it out, we'd have to look at tarot for that, honestly speaking, because the Page of Swords is a more beginner energy. And I do believe that this person may also be learning how to communicate, how to use their words in this connection. Maybe that's been a lesson for them too. Maybe this person is learning how to get better at communication and learning how to reciprocate in connections too. And I think that they've learned and they're ready to kind of apply that here. I do believe that this person knows what they faced with you, what they went through with you. Person B understands that it's worth it because it's taught them so much and shown them so much about themselves that they did not understand before. This person could also be like, their inner child comes out really easily. I do believe that they're a child at heart, and they're strongly connected to their inner child, whereas this person A, could struggle with connecting to their inner child and letting things be fun and letting things be easygoing. I think that person A can be tough, and I do believe it comes from a sense of like, I have to protect, I have to nurture, I have to take care of, and it's almost like they're afraid to let their guard down, because what will happen if they don't, if they're not caring all the time? What will happen? They're kind of worried that the world will fall apart if they're not always caring. Person A, if you're watching this, you deserve to have some fun too, and you deserve to just let your inner child out and to really find the courage to let go of the world. The world will continue spinning no matter what you're doing, right? I think there's a real need for person A to just understand that they're actually universally loved, and to tap into that and to just tap into safety. They want to feel secure and grounded, and I think it really starts with them. It's like they're very hyper vigilant. But person B is very much introducing energy like to this person A person, that it's okay to relax, that it's okay to unwind, it's okay to just let it go, let it all go, and take a deep breath. Like, this person B is like a fresh energy, very, very fresh, very much relaxing, very much, I'm really called to notice how 28 is here and 78. So maybe the number 8 is important in this connection. Maybe there could be an 8-year age gap. There could be, maybe the number 8 is a date and it's significant. I do know that number 8 has to do with abundance as well. So maybe this is a very abundant connection, or abundance is trying to come in, or this person could just be a very abundant person on their own. Their life is just flowing that way. I do believe that this person is going through a spiritual awakening, because we do have the number 7 here. This person could be awakening to spiritual knowledge, a greater awareness that something's out there and they can't explain it, which could be contributing to their confusion right now for person A. But I think person A is ultimately committed to taking it slow and seeing how their life could go slowly. And I think that they're committed to just taking their time. And I feel like person A really only has space and time for themselves right now, and is doing their best to evolve and grow here. I do think that person A has a lot of commitment and devotion in themselves, and they are quite hardworking. I do see that about them. But it can also quickly lead to exhaustion. Alright, so why don't we get into the tarot and see what advice we have for y'all and try to figure this out. Very, very interesting energies. I kind of feel like the energies were, let's see, let me grab this real quick. I do feel like the energies for person A, person B were very different here. Like, you guys are both on different levels right now in your journey. But that doesn't need to be a bad thing. I do believe person B has a lot to show person A, whereas person A can also do the same for person B. Alright, Spirit, can we get advice for pile 1, please, in this connection? Advice for my pile 1s in this connection. Isn't this deck just so beautiful? Oh, look at this, the artwork and stuff. It is astoundingly beautiful. We have Moonchild. So this is not a card in any other deck. This is special to this deck, and I love it. There's a few special cards in this deck that are very beautiful. that up a little bit. Gosh, every time I try to do my setup, crystals or something's kind of off. I gotta accept that I'll probably never get it right. 3 of Swords. Advice for pile 1 in this connection. Spirit, please give us some advice. Take this Queen of Cups. Can you see that? Okay, perfect. Is it focusing? Yeah, okay. Advice for my pile 1's spirit. Ace of Wands, wow, I love that. Oop. Oh, I guess that wanted to come out. Alright, we'll take that. At the back we have the 10 of Cups. How beautiful. Alright, let's get into this. Oh, is that gonna block the lighting really bad? Hold up. Because my tripod light just doesn't want to work today, you know? Alright, I think that's better. Okay, my pile 1's advice for you in this connection, whoever's watching. There's like a lot of pain here. There's a lot of wounding surrounding this connection. But the 3 of Swords, I mean, the swords are in the heart, and the heart looks like it's very much guarded and like protected with all the crystals, and it's frozen. It's very hard to get into that space. And I think the spirit is almost wanting you to welcome the idea of this connection and love in general. And they want you to entertain the idea of this future, this beautiful thing you've always envisioned and wanted for yourself again. They want you to tap into your heart space, and although it might be tricky and difficult to get into at first, they want you to take that slow in your next healing journey. I do believe that this is about you more so than anything, honestly. I think that this connection is very healing for your inner child. And for this person as well. And I do believe that there's a new beginning wanting to sprout here as well, and this might come in quite fast. For some of y'all have been maybe wanting this conversation to happen, but no, it will take a lot to unpack. For some of y'all, maybe you guys are just not ready for this kind of fulfillment, or you don't know how to take it, how to receive it, due to life being so unstable right now. And I do believe the spirit is saying there's no need to rush. You can unpack what happened. If you want to, you can unpack what happened in any kind of pace that you would like, and you can slowly develop this intimacy with yourself and this person. But the Moonchild card talks about I know I got the card earlier for myself too, and I quite don't remember. Oopsies. Let's read that. Moonchild. Standing beneath the crescent of the moon, a moonchild rests in quiet contemplation, feeling the transition of the phases of this great celestial body. Always in her orbit, pulling at her emotions and pushing her in creative directions, she knows she is deeply in tune with its shimmering light, magic, ritual, connection, abundance, and manifestation. How can I connect with the wisdom of the moon? What moon phase am I currently in at this time? I speak with the moon as she speaks with me. All right. Okay. So the Moonchild, it does talk about connecting with our subconscious and our feelings and our emotions. And I do believe that there's a need for either you and this person to connect with their feelings on an emotional level. And I think the spirit is wanting you to build up this relationship with yourself first. They're wanting you to get to this on your own time. And I do believe that on your next stage of healing, your next journey involves opening up emotionally with yourself and with this person possibly. I think that this next journey entails getting comfortable with your feelings, getting comfortable with how deep they go. And I do believe that that will help to bring in a new beginning in your life. That'll help you to release a lot of old baggage, but also make space for something inspirational and creative in your life. I do believe that this will make space for something new and much more fulfilling to come in. in your life, Padawan, and I do believe the advice here is to get comfortable with the side of you that you don't quite yet understand, and to sit with your fears of the unknown. The Moonchild is the child of the moon, but I also feel that there's a lot you can learn about your subconscious, and a lot you can learn from what you unconsciously do, like your habits, what you think, your beliefs. I think that there's a need to do some shadow work there, but also for this person too. I do believe that this connection is capable of starting a passionate, fiery new beginning. I believe that it can have that, and I do believe that at some point maybe commitment might actually be talked about here. So maybe somebody's wanting to break the ice and just communicate. I'm really called to notice how this sword actually made it through the ice, or whatever this is, the crystals. And they almost want to break the ice and talk about this connection, and they really want to talk about this relationship. And I believe that this conversation, it can lead to a new beginning. It can lead to this passionate, loving beginning. And maybe who knows in the future if it will lead to this 10 of Cups, you know? Oh, look, the 9 of Cups at the back. So honestly, like, I feel like this conversation, like, there's some conversation that this person wants to have, either you or this person. And they want to talk about fulfillment. They want to talk about finding peace and satisfaction here. They want to create some peace. They want to bring peace. And I think that this person also really genuinely wants to help you through the situation you're experiencing. So maybe they do know about this. Maybe they do know, and they're willing to help you. Maybe you guys are talking, and you guys are in a relationship, and they're kind of wanting more from you. They're wanting to know how you feel. They're wanting to hear from you your true feelings about this entire thing, and they just want you to open up and for them to listen, or you want them to open up and you can listen, you know, depends on who you are in the situation. But I do believe that something new can come out of this. Something new is trying to be born here. Something is trying to create something with effort, and consistency is trying to come out. So for some of y'all might actually still be talking to this person. It's just maybe you guys are going through ups and downs right now. And I think tapping in your feelings and emotions in this connection is actually going to help a lot. Like, just being honest to each other about how you feel, and coming clear, coming clean. So maybe there's something someone hasn't said that one of y'all are hoping to hear, and maybe that conversation will hold that, some sort of truth. Maybe it's a truth about them still wanting you back in their life and wanting you in a much more committed level. Or it could be they're wanting to honestly talk about how this outside situation is affecting their ability to show up in this connection, and they don't know what to do. So they're wanting to seek some help and advice on your end, or that could be you seeking their advice and their help on your end. I believe that the main focus is to tap into your emotions and to be emotionally receptive in this connection and towards yourself here. There's a real need to get closer to yourselves on an emotional level here. I think that would help you guys a lot. I also think that there's a real need to show yourself. I keep seeing that card from the Moonology deck. It's an oracle card, and it says show the world the real you with the star, and it also belongs to Aquarius, that same card. So this is also Aquarius energy, so someone might be an Aquarius here. But anyway, I feel like you're being asked to show this person this authentic part of you that also hurts and is struggling, but is trying to desperately understand what's going on, or desperately trying to fix this. This person might actually get to understand you better, and therefore get to show you compassion. But if it's for this person, I also feel like it's the same message. I feel like this person needs to open up more with you, or wants to, and they're hoping you would be able to receive that, and they're wondering if you're ready to hear them out. I do believe that this is a great moment to honestly create intimacy within this connection and to rebuild that. but that is only if you resonate with that and if you truly want that, pile ones. But here, we're gonna leave it here, and I'm just so thankful that you clicked on this reading. Any like, comment, subscription would greatly help this channel, and if you find that this really resonates, please comment below and let me know. I'm so glad that I could at least offer you some clarity if this resonated, and if some parts didn't, you're free to leave it behind. But thank you so much for clicking on this. I hope you have a great day, my pile ones. Bye. Hi, pile twos. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be discussing what's going on in your connection. This will be person A on the left and person B on the right. So we're going to be discussing just the general energies to see if it would resonate with you, and if it doesn't, feel free to pick another pile. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. And then we're going to get advice at the end just to see what Spirit wants to tell you, or just how to navigate if anything's going on here, which I honestly, I do see something. Well, let's get into it. All right, pile 2. Person A. Person A has been through a lot, and I think that they're in a very favorable position, either in their career, family, or just their healing journey right now. They're really feeling themselves. They're really feeling in control. They're feeling like they are the master of their life right now. They're feeling on top of things. They're feeling like they really know themselves. They're feeling an inner satisfaction and peace, and they're wanting to create a lot of stability in their own life right now. I think this person is in a secure, stable position within themselves. I think that there's harmony in their life. I think they've reached a point in their journey where they're really able to understand themselves and help other people. I think that this person may also be holding on to a lot of hope for this connection as well. I think they may be seeing potential for growth in this connection. I think they may be looking at this person B and just seeing, I can grow with this person, we can work this out. Person A has a very helpful energy to them, very hopeful and very optimistic and very much secure and stable. You know, like, I want to take my time with this connection and cultivate some real growth here the way I did in my life already. This person feels very guided, person A. This person feels like they've released a lot of past baggage. I think that this person, to say the least, has, what's the saying? Spirit, what's the saying? Let the cat out of the bag. I kind of, well, with that phrase, I kind of look at it like, this person, whatever they were holding back and stifling, I think that they've released. They've released either this connection or release something in their life that's making them step back and kind of let it flow, let it go kind of energy. But although this is the Emperor and the Emperor does take action, I'm also getting that this person is quite balanced in their approach and also understand the necessity for flow, which is beautiful and very balanced and wonderful. This person at times could struggle with their ego, person A. Like, they could struggle with wanting to take so much action in their life because that's what they're used to. They're an action-oriented person. So maybe they may find it still hard to tap into, go with the flow energy. Person A definitely is a mystic. They have visions. I would say that they're very intuitive. They see such beautiful visions for themselves, and they want to live it. They don't just want it to be a dream. They really want to live out their wildest fantasies, is what I heard. And I think part of their wildest fantasies include stability, being really rooted in a connection, being really rooted in romance, being really rooted in a family. Maybe if they didn't have that growing up, they really want to learn from that and do better, choose wisely here. This person really sees themselves growing and branching off in their career, their business. They really see themselves getting out there, and they really want to share this with someone. Honestly, they really, really do. There could be a lot of mirroring energies, because I'm really called to notice how this is 36, but this is 62. They're not exactly the same, but something's going on here. So maybe you might find yourself resonating with person B as well. Person A is a free spirit. I can sense that. They're a free spirit. They're mystic. They're very ethereal, dreamy, but also action oriented. I mean, if person A goes around asking other people, like, hey, can you describe me? They might get multiple responses, like different descriptor words. And that's because they're multifaceted. I think person A has worked really hard to get to where they're at in their life, and I think that they're very determined, especially in this connection. I do believe that they're determined. They've got their mind set on understanding this person, and there's this desire to know more. There's this keen desire to kind of snoop around and see what this person B is up to. Which, no judging. There's a desire to kind of get their hands on the situation, get hands on, but they also know they need to go with the flow and let things work out on their own. My ear is ringing. Don't know what that really means, but it is ringing. So maybe this person gets messages about person B a lot, and they just know, right? And maybe this reading is just a confirmation for them, but let's just see. I feel like I'm being told to focus on person B now. Person B feels like person A has moved on. Person B could equally be stalking. I say equally because I think that this person has their eye on person B and could be stalking, and this person could be stalking person A too. But person B definitely has their eye on this Emperor person, this person A, and I think that they're looking at their social media or looking at this person, and they're kind of like, where did you go? I mean, if there was a separation here, they understand it, but they're kind of like, we were once great together, we once had this going, like, what happened? And I think that there's a longing, there's a needing, there's a yearning for person A in their life. And I think that person B kind of, they miss feeling warm. They miss feeling warm around person A. They miss feeling fed. They miss feeling like they're by a fireplace and it's a cold night. I think that person B feels very safe and secure and warm with person A, and person A gives them person B a lot of security. And I think that's what they miss, because now they're alone and they don't know where to find the security. They don't really know where they're going next. They don't know where they're going to end up. They're trying to not fight off this connection, because typically the Nine of Wands is a fighting energy. It's typically like, I have to do this alone, right? Is it Nine of Wands? Excuse me, because I don't want to say something and then, like, have it be wrong. Let me confirm what this is. It could mean something different in this deck, but I'm not exactly sure. King of Wands. Man, I think this is just me, like, second guessing myself. Hold up. If it is, I do apologize. Nine of Wands. A seeker rests and retreats into her own inner sanctuary, anchoring her wisdom from within her spirit and higher self. This is an exercise that she will occasionally return to when her power is leached or drained, reinforcing and clearing her energetic body to strengthen and support herself. Her inner light and resilience will not be dimmed. Competition, gain, success, strength, defiance. Okay, that makes sense. So if I use how the author of this beautiful deck said it, this person, along with the lonely journey of the priestess, is learning to work with their energetic body. They're on a very sacred journey right now to understanding themselves on a spiritual level. And that cannot be interrupted. Like, this person, I feel like Spirit's message for person B, this journey cannot be interrupted. It cannot be severed. It cannot be, it's very sacred to this person B. And there's something that they must do that is important for their growth right now. And maybe person A understands this, which is why they're not, like, rushing this or doing anything. Or they want to take action, but they're, like, pushing, like, pumping the brakes. And because maybe there's a greater awareness on person A's side that person B needs to develop something within themselves and grow. And person B maybe is not awakened to this truth just yet. I think person B is kind of confused right now in their life. I think person B is longing for something outside of them, and their message for them is you're meant to go inward and to clear these blockages, to clear these fears and doubts, and to have compassion for yourself. This person might feel very lonely on their journey often. They might feel like they need someone in order to move forward. They feel like they need the validation from someone outside of them. And it is a past cycle. You know, that is a form of codependency, and not to judge or shame anyone here. It is a form of codependency that this person could struggle with. And maybe they're meant to heal that. They're on this journey to heal that. And I think that this person is really being invited to, person B is being invited to work with their soul now and do some soul work. They're being invited to sit with what they don't understand. They're being invited to sit with their spirit side and get to know that. So maybe this is their first rodeo, or this could be, their sixth rodeo. Maybe this person is they know about this, but again, like the cycle, the journey it never gets easier, right? They think that this person is being invited to go on a self-discovery journey for some time, and maybe they've been on it for a while, but their mind keeps being drawn to this person A, and they're like, have they moved on? Have they forgotten about me? I'm busy working on myself. Have they forgotten about this connection? But I don't think person A has. I don't think so. I think person A is actually quite compassionate and understanding about person B and where they're at. And I think person A is operating by this mindset of, I love you, so I'm going to let you go and do your own thing. I think they're operating by that mindset, which person B may not understand yet. I think person B is wrapped up in their head, and they think that they might struggle with overthinking this connection and their life right now. I think they're having trouble feeding their creativity into life. They're having trouble extending their own inner spark to everything around them. Excuse me. And they're having trouble putting their creative work into practical use. And they feel that without person A, they can't do this on their own. And that is something for them to work through, because that's not true. Person B has so much creativity to share with the world. They just need to find an outlet to express that on their own and figure out what works for them. And I think that that's the point of person B being alone right now, or being single. Person B definitely feels sad when they think about person A and the connection. They definitely feel like there's a longing, there's a yearning for person A. But I think that spirit wants person B to build up security and stability in themselves, and to find that in themselves. And this journey could take however long, honestly, spirit's saying it could take however long it needs to take for person B. It's very much dependent on person B's ability to see beyond what they didn't see, and to find other means of loving themselves. There's nothing wrong with wanting love in a connection whatsoever. We're wired for connection. I believe spirit wants this person to also learn to have that for themselves, learn to have a connection for themselves, so that when and if something does happen in their life, their identity is not attached to that external thing, right? There's a sense of resilience for person B. But I also believe that person A was trying to teach and trying to show person B how to have that already, and person B has a way to go when understanding what person A has shown them in the connection. Person A has done a wonderful job of guiding person B, whether it was conscious or unconscious, and I think person B is actually on this journey trying to awaken to what person A said, did, showed them. And person A is kind of like, I know this is going to happen sometime soon, that it's going to hit person B. Lovingly. They're kind of like, I know what I showed them is going to come to them. It's just a matter of time, right? Person A is just very confident, very chill. We like that. The person B could benefit from getting in touch with their inner child and getting in touch with themselves right now. Definitely would benefit from their own commitment and their own loyalty right now. I think person A is kind of protecting their dream too. Person A is like protecting something here. Maybe they're also guarding themselves from person B a little bit, because in a healthy way, because they realize person B has a lot of work to do in themselves, and they realize person B is not at the level that person A would like them to be. And that's not to be rude at all. I do believe person A knows exactly their worth and what they want, and person B is not able to recognize that or give what they truly deserve, and person A is kind of like holding back. They might just be protecting their dream. They might just be they have it, but they're not exactly sharing it with this person right now. They're not expecting this person to deliver right now, because they understand with compassion that person B has some inner work to do, right? And they're allowing this process to unfold the way it should. It takes a lot of wisdom to realize that, person A. So if you're person A and you're watching, wow, I admire that. That's a lot to respect, honestly. But definitely person B is feeling left out, feeling very like they kind of don't know what's next. They don't know where they stand. I'm sorry, that was shaking. They don't know where to go. There's this big open land and they don't know where to go without person A, but they're being called to figure this out. To figure this out and see what this path holds for them, what it could mean, and what's trying to develop for them on their own life, their own right, own thing. There's a strong sense of both of y'all like needing to have interdependency in this connection, right? There's a strong sense of that, but I think person A has a great understanding of that. I think it's just person B that is starting to catch on and develop this that way of that mindset, right? So let's look into your tarot to see what is up, because this is very, very interesting and unique. All right, pile 2. Advice for this connection for my pile 2 spirit. Advice for this connection, my pile 2s. Ooh, 7 of Wands. I think that's the fighter card in the Rider-Waite deck. The guy's depicted holding a wand and fighting off the other ones. Ace of Pentacles. This was actually at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if that was in the video. I think it was, but 8 of Swords. Page of Wands. Two of Wands. And the Lovers up at the back. We're going to take that. We actually got this card for pile 1 too. Alright, so someone is definitely putting themselves in a mental prison when it comes to this connection. Someone is definitely confused, feeling like they don't know where to go, they can't see clearly, and it could be person B, but it honestly could be both. Doesn't really matter. But I feel like person A is coming through as this 2 of Wands, and they know what they want. They know they want a committed new beginning, either with this person in this connection or their life in general. And this is what they've been working on, a new beginning in their life, trying to choose better, trying to empower themselves. Now they want to extend it to person B. They want to extend it to this other person in the connection now. But I feel like person B is being depicted as the 7 of Wands and the Page of Wands, and person B is fighting a lot. And if they were to give something right now, it's not coming from I don't want to say empowered, but it wouldn't be coming from a place of security and like I have a lot of energy, like I have my cup is filled. Then I think if this person B tried to make an offer to you, I think it would kind of be their last straw, and they really have, like, their energy is depleted right now. I think a lot of their energy is being used to fight things they don't understand. I think person B is struggling a lot to maintain their energy, maintain their health, maintain their mental health especially. And look, I think person B is so sweet, honestly. Like, they're not malicious, because we have this beautiful cup, and it has the energy of a unicorn, all right? Like, this person is just, they're naive. They're a little bit naive, and I mean that in the most sweetest way, genuine way possible here. I think person B has a very innocent way of looking at this connection, an innocent way of understanding things. But they're being asked to mature something that they don't really understand yet. Maybe they're used to, in other connections of their past, of giving themselves, self-sacrificing a lot. And that's what this would feel like if they made an offer. It would come from a place of self-sacrification and not necessarily empowerment. And that's why this beginning is taking a long time with this Ace of Pentacles. And that's why maybe person A could be confused and stuck about this, and person B as well, because one, person A knows what they want but they're not receiving it, and two, person B is kind of like on their last straw right now. I'm here. I'm seeing that one SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob is like, SpongeBob is like always struggling and crying and screaming, but like that one episode where SpongeBob is like tired of everyone's bullshit, and SpongeBob is so angry, like on his face, and pointing and shouting, and I had enough of this. That's your person, all right? Like, that's someone here, and it. But of course, to you, they would not shout. They would come forward very sweetly, come forward very innocent, and come forward very loving, because that's who they are. That is a part of them, that it does exist. But deep down, they're feeling very exhausted and tired, and I think if something would just not were to work in this connection, that would be their last straw. Oh God, I heard their 13th reason. Someone likes to joke around here, all right? Someone likes to lighten the mood here with their jokes. Anyway, but just someone feels like they're losing it. Someone feels like they don't have enough to hold on to right now, and something would be their 13th reason. I'm not saying they're gonna commit to, I really hope no one's thinking of doing that here, please. But and if you are struggling, please find some help. Please, I'm not shaming or judging. Please find some help. You deserve help. But back to the reading. I think that this person is really struggling and depleting. Whoever it is in this connection, someone's very depleted right now. And I think that they cannot see through this connection clearly at all. They can't see this connection clearly at all. Did I repeat myself? They can't understand the very nature of the intimacy in this connection. And I think that they fight it a lot, whoever this person is. But I feel like for person A, continue to develop what you're building in your life. And that could be career related. Queen of Cups, yeah. Person A, continue to work on yourself, continue to work on what you know is true, continue to follow your intuition and your heart, and pursue things that are, I would say, outside of this person in this connection, because this person's on their own healing journey, and truthfully, we don't know how long it will take until someone matures and evolves and comes to an understanding of this connection, right? I think you're being called to continue working on the beautiful projects you have, your career, and yourself on a spiritual level, and continue to level up. Continue to understand yourself and build this emotional connection with yourself. Continue to commit to yourself and your goals. And I do believe that you already have, but just continue. For person B, if you're person B watching, hey, what's up? I'm not shaming or judging you at all by any means. You're not left out. Like, I think your advice would be to understand where your need for validation is coming from, and release some baggage here, actually, to kind of sit with yourself and any loss that you've experienced, and really process how that affected you, pile 2, person B. I think person B, for you, there's a need to lift the veil and see clearly, and to start stir in the pot to see like what's going on in your subconscious. You kind of need to go in there and take a soup spoon and start stirring it up, right? If you've been avoiding it, now is the time to really do some inner work and see what's going on. I mean Spirit's kind of saying questions you can ask yourself would be, why do you feel like you need this person's validation, and how can you find some empowerment, some real connection with yourself, and truthfully build that so you can show up in this connection the way you deserve to, and for this person. How can you find your safety and security, but also give it to person A who's been trying to show you it, right? How can you learn from person A and actually be inspired from them in their healing journey, and how can you use that to help you, right? I think honestly Spirit has a lot of compassion for you, and you're not like, this is a safe space, and we aren't judging you, and everyone has their healing journey, and everyone has their own things that they experience and go through, and I think there's a real need to have compassion and take a break, just rest, fill your cup up, and to start getting yourself out of self-sabotage and this mental prison, right? There's love out there for you within yourself and in and out there, and even from the universe. I just think it's a matter of seeing it, honestly, and lifting this veil, because when you lift this veil, the love is still going to be there. And when you have the veil on, the love is still going to be there. Nothing is going to negate the fact that the universe loves you, and that whoever the deities, spirit guides, whoever's on your team, they do not love you any less for the struggles you face. But there's a real need to actually understand and process that perspective for person B here. I think person A has done a wonderful job of integrating that, and it's on person B to find their light and to navigate this now. Alright, pile twos, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you found like some clarity here. I hope you found what resonates, and if anything did not resonate, you're free to leave it. I hope that this connection improves, and I hope that person B, if you were the one watching, I hope you honestly, truthfully find some compassion for yourself and take it easy. Take it easy, and there's no need to rush this healing journey for anyone. It's your pace, and you decide to tone, and you set the pace. But honestly, I really hope that this helped for person A and person B. And if y'all want, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It's always appreciated. Don't have to, but it is always appreciated. But thank you so much for letting me perform this. Bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. We're going to be discussing what is going on in your connection, and person B, person A, person B style. Maybe this is person B. I don't know, but usually I say person A, person B, so I don't know if that was like a slip on my end or just a message, like I don't know, but feel free to take what resonates, feel free to leave behind what doesn't, and we're going to get you some advice at the end. So why don't we jump into this? Look at your cards and we'll talk about this. All right, can you see this? Let me shift this over a little bit more. All right, okay, let me move this out of the way. Great. Pile 3, person A on the left. Let's start. Person A, I see you've gone through some sort of, not you, sorry, because person A could be like the person that's in this connection not watching this video. So let me correct myself real quick. Let me school myself. Person A, as I was saying, maybe you've gone through an ego death or something that bruised your ego recently, or you're going through a spiritual awakening. Something has like really opened you out and is causing you to feel very uncomfortable and causing you to come out of your comfort zone for sure. I think person A is being challenged to change their stubborn ways, and I mean that in a very loving way. I think that person A is definitely, there's a lot of winds of change happening in their life that they don't like, that they're resisting, that they don't feel okay with, or they might be trying to accept it, but there's a part of them that still doesn't like it, right? I just heard, I am not putting up with this. I don't want to. So maybe pile A is really struggling with resisting and trying to accept what's happening and what's unfolding in front of them in their life. And it could just be as simple as realizations about person B that they're having. Could be realizations about their own spiritual journey. Could be realizations about their career, maybe, right? It could be anything. But I think that for a long time, person A has been very comfortable in their mindset, in their self-sabotage, in their ego, and this person is maybe realizing that they are deserving of change to liberate themselves, and they are deserving of something new. Maybe they're just starting to awaken to that sort of compassion, and it's very uncomfortable and new for them. Foreign, I heard foreign, like it's foreign for them to have compassion for themselves here. And it's foreign for them to change their ways almost. I think person A is kind of like a rock. Could be an earth sign. Anyway, I'm just going to casually drop that there. But I think that person A may also use humor or self-deprecation to get out of situations, like making fun of themselves to kind of shift the attention because they know it's going somewhere they don't want it to go. This person is like quite avoidant and very complicated. They have an awareness that they do avoid, but they haven't really changed their errors and their ways. I think that this person likes to kind of slow burn their mental state. They like to slow burn the change. They're not very quick to adjust and to realize things. They know, but they're not quick to change it. And I think the spirit is kind of putting a lot on person A right now to change and develop this new way of thinking and being. And it's very uncomfortable for person A because I heard taste of their own medicine. Oof. Person A, what happened here? What happened? Okay, wait a minute. So I know I didn't get into person B, but like I think Spirit's giving me some more insight. This person is blue. Their hand is blue. Person B is actually undergoing a lot of spiritual change that they are very well accepting. Could find some resistance here too, you know. But anyway, the moon is like feeding person A truth and wisdom. It's like some sort of telepathy is going on here that person A may not realize and might try to reject. And it might be like, I don't want anything from this person. I don't want anything to do with this connection. Why? Because maybe it could be challenging what they once previously knew. This person B, could be challenging person A to get out of their head and get out of their old ways so that they can truly better themselves. And person A might be resenting that because it's so much easier to actually stay comfortable, to stay hidden, to stay unseen. That's all they've known, and person B is challenging that, and person B you guys may not even be communicating right now, but still person B is having an effect on person A, and person A might just kind of be freaked out and kind of be like, why is this happening? Well, why are you I don't like this, you know. Oh my god, person A, please take a chill pill, please. Let's just please. There's a real need for person A to ground themselves. Honestly, there's a real need for person A to also see what happened, where they could do better, and where they need to make changes right now. There's a real need for person A to allow this flow to start happening now. They might find it very hard to take a break and to really ease into their feminine energy. They could be very used to hiding. I think person A has a feminine energy. You don't need to be female or male for anything to be resonated. Like, it's just a form of energy. I think that person A is actually tapped into their feminine. It's just wounded. Because the wounded feminine, I think that they like to hide. They like to, stay small. I think they like to go with the flow, but it's in a way that is very passive in their life, right? And I think that person A is being asked to I just heard, I'm losing it out here. Oh my god, person A, are you okay? Oh my gosh, okay. Like someone's kind of like coming out of their mental prison and they can't hide anymore. They can't wear this cloak anymore. All right, like they can't carry this luggage with them anymore. They're being forced to kind of leave it. Like spirit's kind of forcing. It feels like this is being forced upon them, or at least that's how they're viewing this change, right? Maybe this change is actually very beneficial, but they're looking at it as a force to be reckoned with. Like they're looking at this like it's forceful, or like against their wishes, or against their comfort zone. I think that this person A has a lot yet to understand, and there's a lot to be revealed about their journey, actually. This is just not the end. This is actually quite the beginning for them, and person A has a lot to be reckoned with. And person A, please be patient with yourself as you're growing, and this resistance is coming up for a reason, for you to look at it more closely, and the secrets of your soul are coming out. And this person A is navigating a lot of truth and a lot of spiritual awareness that they have not been aware of before, and it's making them very uncomfortable. I think it literally feels like they like, you know when you have like a naked dream and you're naked and everyone can see you? I mean, they might actually feel that way right now about this connection. And I think that they might feel like that way even in their own life. They might actually feel so vulnerable and so shaken and so seen right now that they don't know what to do. They really want to curl up and hide, and their mental state is in a very... It's very turbulent right now, I will say. See, there's a lot being put out with this egg and a lot being taken out of them. There's an equal exchange that's going on with person B that's giving them information telepathically, and then person A is also giving them signs and stuff, right? And also exchange and communication with the universe right now, and person A may be like, what the fuck is happening? Why are all these beings showing up, these spirit guides? Like, what is this? What is the universe? Like, what is all of this? And person A is very much giving me, like, I don't understand spirituality at all, and that's totally okay. Not to shame, not to hate. I remember when it was a new concept for me. I remember when I was skeptical. I remember when I had to work through my own skepticism, okay? So, I get it. But this person, you've got so much to learn, so much to understand. Your resistance is making it harder, Spirit's saying. Your resistance to what is already there cannot change the fact that it is there. No matter how much you resist, it cannot change what is there. That is something for person A to understand. Person B, on the other hand, has welcomed change like some sort of divinity here. This is not to compare and to boast about person B. That's not what we're here to do. Not pitting each other against one another. We're not doing that. But person B definitely has a sense of ease and has a sense of security, and they definitely feel like there's a strong separation with person A on a spiritual level, on a self-awareness level. Like, person A just doesn't understand what person B does. Person A just doesn't have the same values or aligns with person B, and I think they're finding a lot of disconnection. But they're also understanding that not everyone is on the same journey as them, and they also are accepting of it. They're accepting that maybe values don't align here. And person B does feel very misunderstood. Person B might be feeling very judged or criticized or just unheard right now, and they might be taking it a little bit personally here, because maybe their conversation to person A was a spiritual one, and person A may have just been very skeptical about it, which person B felt a little hurt by, because maybe they were expecting to be understood and be held by person A, and it just didn't happen because person A is still developing in a spiritual sense, right? I actually think person B is quite a long way on their journey, and actually has seen a lot of their journey that they know to be true and they cannot deny. And person B knows their truth and is aware of their truth and their spiritual nature. I think that they're actually in alignment and balanced with their soul's higher self and their soul's truth here. I think that there's a lot that they've overcome and realized, and they continue to, but person A just doesn't have the capability to understand it, respectfully speaking. And it's like this, you're coming in for a job interview. The interviewer obviously knows about the company and knows about what the building does and like everything related to the job, but like the interviewee kind of chose this on a whim, which would be person A. I'm not saying you guys willingly came into this connection on a whim, that's not what I mean to say, but person A, it's almost like person A is trying to talk to their interviewer about... No, wait, sorry. Okay, now this is going sideways. Spirit, help to clear this up, please. It's like person B, that was a really bad way of explaining it. Person B has, okay, has the communication, right? The words and the meaning, the purpose. And when it goes through to person A, it's like that Windows sound that I'm hearing that in my head. You know, that iconic Windows alert sound, like stop. Like, that's what's happening here. Something's not being facilitated to person A, and I don't think it's person B's fault. Person B is actually very smart. It's person A that has some awareness to develop here, and no one's at fault. I think that person A just maybe not be the fit for person B, and that's honestly understandable. And person B is trying to work on their own security and stability within themselves right now, and is working on feeling very good, and I think that they're actually in a very great position. But I think that they're also understanding that person A needs time alone, and I just heard if person A wants to be like closed off, I'll let them. There's a lot of tension here. There's a lot of unspoken tension. Her enemies to lovers. Either one of y'all like that genre, or that trope, or this is what's happening here. I don't know. Either way, someone is very curious to know what's going on here. That's why you guys are watching this, right? But if this is not an enemies to lovers trope connection, hey, like, this could very well be person B trying to help person A trying to grow. This could very well be person B trying to nurture person A, but person A just wants to hide, and maybe person A is actually trying to welcome this spiritual change but doesn't know where to start, where to go, but they know that they're receiving signs, and person B is kind of helping them along this journey to find security and stability and comfort, right? It's very possible that that's what's happening here, and maybe you guys are slowly getting along, or maybe there's been a lot of tension in the past that you both are trying to work through, but person A is trying to understand this too, and they could still be having their walls up, and person B is kind of like, I don't deserve that. This is very, very interesting. I'm going to talk about these two cards, though. I think person A with the Hierophant is definitely being given lessons to their higher truth. Lessons that guide them to their higher truth, and lessons and situations that are guiding them to their third eye, and helping them to see things clearly right now, because I think they lived for a very long time in a state of fog, in a state of hiding, and I think they can't do that anymore, and they think they might even know that actually. Person A might actually know that they can't hide, and this connection honestly could scare them, because they know it's causing them to see something and question their awareness, right? And where they put their awareness every day. This connection is asking them to level up. It's like going from like a 100-page book to a 500-page one. That's how this person kind of feels, person A. But whether they are willing to face this change or go with the flow, I don't really know. It's not really giving me that kind of vibe, but they could be. They could be willing to go with this kind of change and flow and this connection, but it would take a lot of time. The person B is honestly just holding on to themselves and what they know to be true right now, and I think that they owe themselves that. Person B, let's talk about you a little bit more. Person B might be into meditation and journaling and just taking their time with their day. They're not the one to kind of rush. I think that they are aware that there's a lot of separation in the world, a lot of division, and how people, it's not about worldly matters here. This person is more so about division within people. They can see the division people have within themselves. They can easily point out separation and point out disconnection in people. And I think that their goal here is to bring more unity in themselves and more togetherness in themselves and the people around them. And it's possible person B could feel very called to fix this person A. But I honestly think that person B, while it's very sweet, it's also not your job to be this person's guiding light and inspiration. This person has to be, person A has to be willing to cross that bridge with you. Person A has to make that decision, that conscious choice to also empower themselves. Because if they won't, then everything that you do say can struggle to get to them still. It may not do much on their end, right? I think that person B has a very sweet heart, and they do want to help other people to find that unity within themselves and embrace unity, but it just kind of seems like person A is struggling to get there, right? To find that unity in themselves first of all, and to even understand what unity means. I think person B could be shrouded when it comes to this connection. They could be very confused and sad because maybe they wanted and saw something better with person A, but somehow it may feel like it's not working out. Like there's a strong disconnection, and they want unity, they want peace, and maybe they're just not getting a person A right now. So maybe there could be a strong lifestyle difference, strong cultural difference, strong value difference. Something is very, very different in this connection that's causing like that that Windows alarm sound. Like, Jesus, if I could explain properly. Okay, someone is struggling to put things into words here. Someone of y'all. Someone. All right, let's get into the tarot. All right, let's do this. See what's going on in this connection. All right, Spirit, what is going on in pile 3's connection? Could we just get like advice, please, on what they should do? Advice, please, Spirit, on this connection. Strength. Someone could be a Leo, Moonchild. Some advice on this connection, Spirit. Six of Pentacles. Five of Wands. That makes so much sense, honestly. Ooh, we'll take that. It's Five of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. All right. Wheel of Fortune at the back. So, okay, advice for y'all. Someone is presently aware that they do need to face their feelings on a deeper level here. It could be person B, but it could be both as well. I think someone realizes that they have a lot of inner work to do, and it's almost deafening. I just heard it's deafening. It's the silence makes their pain louder. The silence makes their wounds louder. And it's unavoidable because they know it's going to take a lot of work. Oh my gosh, do you remember when I was saying someone feels like they're in a dream and they're like naked? Like, look at this figure. Like, someone's just feeling very uncomfortable and seen, and they really want to hide. Someone's just feeling like they can't walk this alone, like they can't. They know that they're far behind. It's a left out kind of feeling. And maybe person A might compare themselves to person B and wonder, why can't I be like person B? But it's really not about comparison here. I think it's just there's a need to heal and release baggage, and a need to do a lot of shadow work actually. But person B, I think there's a lot of strength that you do have and determination to understand people and to connect with them and bring and be the life of the party and being a guiding source for others. But I feel like you're having a lot of trouble being that in this connection. I think you're actually finding it draining or exhausting to do this, right? And maybe this is a truth you haven't really owned up to yourself, or maybe this is something you're starting to become aware of, person B, or whoever this resonates with. But I think that there's a strong need to kind of own that truth, that this is hard to continue with, and hard for you emotionally and physically and mentally. That somehow there is a sort of disconnect here. Someone's not understanding someone's words. There's miscommunication. There's a misunderstanding constantly on both ends. And I think that person B is very much trying to balance themselves, but they're not showing up very balanced in this connection, and I think that they know why that is. I think that they have yet to accept it, but they do know. I think that they're aware of it. But for person A, I'm just seeing that there's a need to nurture yourself and your inner child especially, and to really work on those wounds, and to really work on vulnerability here, the power of it all, right? I feel like this might be this first connection where person A has been challenged to reveal themselves in such a deep way, and they don't know what to do, and it's okay to really take your time in figuring out why that is. And it's your journey, it's your healing journey, and maybe you're actually being brought to understand spirituality, not necessarily religiously, but although it could be for you, but spirituality as in having an awareness for your past and how your wounds shaped you and affected you and what they taught you, right? Understanding your psychology and understanding how your childhood could very well play a big role in the connections you have now and how you show up in them. I think there's a real need to understand that and accept it, and to accept how it affects you, right? But I think person A, ultimately, this is something that they're very foreign with, and that's okay. Don't think that this is something they've ever seen before. It's strongly giving me that vibe, although it could be for some of y'all. Like, spirituality is not really their forte. It is to keep the vibe I keep getting. Like, it's unknown territory. This connection is unknown territory for person A, and they're not able, I don't, but the Five of Pentacles, every time they feel that they want to pursue this or feel a curiosity, it's this sense of dread, and it's not person B's fault. It's just they don't know if they have it in themselves to continue this connection and to continue managing their own fears about this connection. Yes, they almost want to run away and cry and avoid this. And person B, you're not at fault at all. Please don't blame yourself. This person just has a lot of maturing to do and healing. And there's also awareness on person B's side, or whoever, to find their strength to overcome this obstacle in this issue. I think they're trying to step away from this connection as well and try to be more balanced. But they are concerned for the person A person. They are concerned. And it comes from like this sweet, genuine place of wanting to help other people to find unity. But Spirit is saying, please just focus on yourself right now. This person is on a different planet, a different level, and it's not your fault, right? And it's not necessarily person A's fault either, but they can take accountability for that and do better, but they're not really able to right now, right? I think that there's both real things person A and person B has went through that is influencing this cycle to happen, and I think that person B has the ability to actually step out of it, but person A has the ability to heal too. We all do. We all have the ability to do that, but person A is just very comfortable and kind of saying, this is not my forte, this is not something I want to delve into, this is not something I want to commit to right now. And but them also saying that is also like, I don't really want to commit to my own healing journey. This person B, you're committed to your own healing journey, and you're trying to maybe show and teach this person A how to do that. But when person A runs away from this connection, runs away from you, they also run from themselves and their liberation and their healing journey. And I don't think that this person A understands that. They're running away at a real chance for peace here and bliss, which will take time to get to with this King of Pentacles. But I don't think that person A really understands the gravity of this connection and how valuable that there's that the value of this spiritual connection, right? And this is not to blame person A or person B, to find fault in one another. No, this is not what this reading is about, right? But this reading is about bringing clarity to both ends and what's going on. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot that is not understood about this connection. There's a lot divinely happening in person A and person B's life, right? I think there's there's kind of like this feeling of like, I don't know where we stand in this connection. There's a feeling of I don't know where we're headed, what's next, and I don't know if this connection is meant to play out the way we once wished it would, right? And I think Spirit is saying this connection could go anywhere right now. It could end, it could continue, it could it could just go anywhere, honestly speaking. Justice in reverse, look at that. Someone that we got boobies. Let's cover that because YouTube guidelines, but we got boobies. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with them, but YouTube, you know how it is. King of Wands, alright. With the Justice in reverse, I kind of feel someone feels very wronged here. Someone feels like this isn't fair, they don't deserve this, and you're right. That's your experience, and I don't want to invalidate that. So if you feel that way, if you feel like person A or whoever this person is just not able to show up for you, then trust your intuition. I do believe that whoever this person is that's struggling a lot to show up isn't doing it maliciously, but they are refusing to take accountability, if I'll be honest. They are refusing to step up and take accountability in their healing journey. And person B, if you know you need to pursue something much more fulfilling, you're allowed to. Or whoever person B is, whoever is, yeah. But this is person A. I feel like they have their priorities set very differently from person B. That's part of the issue as well. I think person A just has their priorities set differently. I think they're focused on completely different things from person B, and it's giving, I'm not ready for some real spiritual commitment, and that's okay. But it's also unfair, I think, for this person B person to want something out of this connection and to not be receiving that. But person B, Spirit wants you to ask yourself, why do you keep coming back to this person and staying? That is a really deep question, but that is something to think about, right? How do you give yourself this justice that you deserve? Is it by walking away? Is it by making peace? Is it just by pursuing something else and someone different, right? How do you do that? That's something for you to decide on your own. But I think that there's a real need on person B's end for things to change, but I think they're changing in a way where person B is having to go in the other direction right now to find fulfillment, where person A is just kind of also moving in the opposite direction like this right now. Someone just feels very, very uncomfortable here, and it's person A I'm getting. Person B does feel uncomfortable too, but they're uncomfortable that they're not getting what they truly deserve from this connection right now. The person A just feels uncomfortable taking accountability here. And I think the advice for person B is to pursue themselves and pursue their truth and what's in their heart space, and that it comes as very sweet, very loving, and maybe to invest this heart energy in someone else or something else, another project, right? And that would be totally okay. It's a balance. You gotta balance it out, you know, person B. And if you're person A watching, like, hey, the fear of being seen is so real, but your fear of being seen seems to be getting in the way of taking accountability and maybe being better for yourself and this person. And I think there's a lot of self-sabotage on your end, and I think the Spirit's kind of saying, like, you can work through that. You have every chance and every opportunity to heal yourself and then to work through these wounds and navigate them, right? But if you also don't, they're kind of saying it's up in your, this is up in your hands, like this is, the ball's in your court. And although it may not be benefiting you and this person still, if you were to choose not to heal, I mean, it's still in your court. I can't, like, Spirit's also understanding that, like, we can't force you to make a decision. And I, as the reader, can't force you as well, but this is only to make you aware. The person B, I do have a lot of compassion for you, and I do have compassion for person A. It goes for both, alright? Like, I do. And I see how person A would struggle and why they would feel like running away, right? Their world is changing. Their world is shattering. Everything that they once knew is changing and shattering, and they feel like they're struggling to fight. They're struggling to come out of this strong. yeah. All right. Pile 3, this is what I have for you, and thank you so much for clicking and watching, and I hope this has resonated and brought you some clarity. This one was a bit heavy, but I really hope that this brought you the help that you needed and you deserve. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and it would greatly help if you left a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you around. Bye!